Hello. I feel like that was too loud. I don't know. Sorry, I burst anybody's ears with that one. How's it going, guys? Welcome. Let me get this going over here on my end. So, yay, welcome back. It's been a couple months. I'm not ready for that quite yet. We'll come back to that. But been, I think like 2 months since our last episode. But I was busy. You were busy. Everybody's busy. Canada, America's relationships have just fallen apart too.
It's crazy in those last 2-3 months, right? Oh man. But we can still be friends.
We'll try. We'll try, yes, despite our differences. We'll see if we can come together to admire some Plamo.
Yes, that'll be our unifying thing. Plamo.
Right to your local lawmakers, congressmen, tell them to just try looking at plastic models on Twitter, and then maybe that will solve the issues.
It'll unite our countries again.
What do you think? Hockey was going to unite us or something? We don't care about that.
That's more dividing than anything else, man. Hockey. Oh man.
Yeah. I've still not actually ever been to Canada, come to think of it. I'll have to visit someday.
Hey buddy, you have a place to stay when you come. Yes, always welcome for you and your family. Where I live.
Oh.
Come visit.
Of course.
We'll have to arrange something in the future. And then we can do this episode side by side.
Ooh. That's true. That would be nice. Now I would like to go. It's probably just as likely that you guys will come to like visit Disney again.
That's true.
And like come and visit here. Then think of it. If you guys come to visit Disney and you come to see the new warehouse here, we could do this episode side by side.
Side by side. Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, that'll be awesome, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have to plan for that in the future.
Agreed. Well, yes. Anyway, thanks Ryan for being here. It's warming up now. You might think I was in Florida or something. Thanks for being here as always.
My pleasure.
Good to be back. Yes. And hope y'all had a good Easter. So I was just on the live stream with Adam, obviously on the USA Gundam TV channel just this morning. So if any of you guys were watching there, hi again, welcome back. And if you didn't see that, check it out because it was our tariff episode. We were answering lots of questions all about.
Oh, interesting. Ooh.
Sometimes.
I'll have to watch that. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Difficult. I could give you if we're gonna talk later, I can give you like the
LDR
or the more either the shorter version or the longer version, kind of whichever you might be more interested in. But I could break it down for you. Right. But anyway, we're gonna look at some cool stuff here today. Here's the I wanted to give you like the full version because I had to simplify the title. For the title of the live stream, I had to simplify it down because the full actual translation, it was much longer.
Oh, nice.
Post a picture of your favorite 4 kings from your own work. Those who see it should do the same.
Huh. Interesting. So 4 favorite pieces, right? Your 4 favorite pieces you made?
Post 4 of your favorite pieces. Now, I was going through let's see, my kind of queue.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily a queue. I have like a bunch. I've told you before, like I have a bunch of screenshots of other hashtags. Right. And this one was one that I thought would be fun.
I love this.
Kind of on the fence. This morning I was going through ones and trying to pick which one to do for today's show. And I was just thinking like, there was one that was like the title of it was something like "There's not enough RX-78s on Twitter" or something like that, and so it's just like all RX-78 stuff. I thought, oh, Ryan will like that.
Wow, well, it would all look the same after a while.
You could be just tired of seeing the RX-78 too, maybe, but and then there was another one that was like it was like the 219th day of Zeke Zeon, something like that, which I have no idea what that's a reference to. But there was that, but there was some other interesting one. There was the butt one that I showed you.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
did you think that I was gonna choose that one for today?
I don't know.
Were you
Maybe,
worried?
maybe not. You know, it's always fun. I always look forward to this because I really
Mm,
appreciate you surprising me with these trends, right? And so
mm.
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
Ryan
I love
doesn't
this
know
one.
ahead of time, guys. Just
Yeah,
wow, yeah.
it's my genuine first
Mm.
reaction here. So yeah, I love this. It
I
makes
don't
it
want
so
him
much more
peeking.
entertaining.
Yeah, no, but a few weeks ago there was a hashtag trend. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something about like showing your model kits butts, and it was like just a bunch of like Mecha Musume, like Frame Arms Girl and stuff kits butts. That was all like uh, I actually thought about for today's episode, I thought about doing like a switcheroo where I was gonna like start with that and make you think that like that's what the episode was gonna be about. And like we would like look through it for like the first like 5 minutes and then I was gonna switch it.
And we would go
But like,
super technical into it too.
well, I mean, there like modeling works. I mean, like butts aside, just like there was some good modeling works in there, but like I checked it this morning and like there's too much not safe for work stuff in there. Like, yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna do that. It's like
That's a
I
risky.
might be able to get past, getting the video. It won't get taken down, but I doubt it'll be monetized, kind of thing. Yeah, we'll just stick to other stuff here. So
Yeah.
yes, show your 4 best works, and it's not all actual plastic models, as you can see.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
cat cam,
Wow.
so, it's I think it's mostly Gunpla and plastic model stuff too. So, but we'll see like a nice variety of stuff in here. So,
Nice.
all right, shall we? Welcome everybody. Glad you're here with us, and we're gonna check it out. So, this artist, Tosashin Son.
Yes.
Some of you guys have probably seen his works many times before. And oh, wasn't it Simon based
Yes.
his build, yeah,
Yeah.
off of
Is
one of
Zigok.
Tosashin's works previously, which is not one of these, but
Oh, yeah. It's so nice.
he's got a very unique style.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've probably seen somebody else at some point base like an actual
Mhm.
model kit off of this artwork. I think I've seen like a Dom one.
Yeah. I've seen that
Um,
too. There's some Lego creators too who create Lego Gundam
uh, uh,
designs based on his images
mm,
too, which I think is really cool. I'm
it
always
does
blown
kind of,
away by
mm,
his like mechanical detailing, like in those
yeah.
fine spots, and I think that's a huge source of inspiration, like artwork inspiration
Mm,
for me, right? When I look into wow, like how does he draw the mechanics of it, and it
mm,
almost seems like he draws it like the frame first and then the armor over top
mm,
because it just looks so well layered and just makes a lot of sense. So, but
mm.
yeah, I love his work.
That's true. I wonder what the process is like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably just like kind of a outline sketch first, just to kind of
Yeah.
get like the basic shapes, and then just kind of fills in all the detail. But yeah, it would be kind of interesting if you were to like do
Yeah.
more of, like you're saying, like actually like drawing it in a way as if like you're like building it from the inside out, right?
Yeah.
Would be kind of cool.
I love his proportions as well too. Just it just looks really um beefy and bulky, but it's
Mm,
still, I think you can still tell the suit that he's trying to make, right? And
yeah.
he still keeps those original design concepts. Looks so
Yeah.
cool.
They're not like taken to the extreme. Like you see some
Right.
like different artists take on it where it's like super like
Yeah.
beefy, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, these are like a nice happy medium of
Exactly.
being like a different take on the design without it being like so
That's
weird.
right.
This one just like the silhouette of this, like if I just saw this like out of the corner of my eye, I would almost think it's like the GPO2, especially because of like
Oh yeah.
the colors, right?
Yeah,
And with it
that's
being
true.
so much chunkier, sort of like the GPO2. It's missing the shoulder binders kind of, but it's still got
Yeah,
these big things there.
totally. I could see that. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Oh, so nice.
We got some cats here. You have cats?
No, I
You don't have
don't. I
no,
love
no pets?
I love pets though. Like I've
Mm.
always wanted a dog or something,
Mm.
but it's one of those I've never had a pet in my life actually, other than like
Really? Not even a
turtles.
goldfish?
Turtles was the max we had.
Uh,
I don't even think we had goldfish. Yeah, but It's funny on my Instagram. I follow a bunch of Plamo stuff, right? And then the next thing I follow are cute pets like dogs.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like I've talked about before that like most of my social media time is usually just on X because it's well catered to just like mostly modeling stuff and stuff that I'm like actually interested in, even though it's just like getting worse and worse. I feel like with all the ads,
yeah.
but
Mhm.
Instagram though is like not well catered for me. So I feel like, well, maybe if I just like actually used it more and like started, like finding like accounts that I really like to follow, and it's probably just like a lot of mixed up nonsense just because I don't really like use it that much. It's
Right.
not like it's not well honed to what I really
Yeah.
am like wanting to see, I guess. But
Right. Right. Right.
oh, I think I saw that like the first top when I checked it earlier, like the top few posts were
All his.
all his works, yeah. But just to kind of look at a couple more of these, this
Yeah.
one, what is this? I forget. It's it's the round burning. But what's the series of VFAM, right?
I don't
Um,
know. I actually don't know. Wow, I love these designs though.
That's not the name of the series though. What is it? No, I can't think of it. Someone will know in the chat. Hopefully.
That looks so cool. I love these designs.
Yeah, those are.
Wow.
And then these ones.
Oh man,
That one's
wow.
pretty wild. That's a little
Yeah,
much for me.
it's a little bit too busy.
Mm. Especially just because of like, if it didn't have the backpack, I think it might be better because like this whole section here is just like a big blob, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because
some
the
of the
backpack's there. Mm.
like those front skirt armor things, it looks like it's like the reverse of the underside of
Right?
it normally what we would see.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
it
inside
inverted.
out.
Yeah,
No, the
exactly.
whole thing sort of. I mean, just with all
Yeah,
the mechanical details, everything, it's almost like the whole
exactly.
thing's just like turned inside out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I
Um,
wonder if maybe that was something that like he kind of had in mind when he was
yeah,
designing it. I mean, it would kind of make sense. I could see it like if you were an artist trying to think of like what's a way that I could go about illustrating this in a different way, like how would it look sort of like from the inside out, right?
yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Pretty cool take here on the Asimer though. I do like that.
I also like his colors too. Like
Mm,
I feel it's really hard when you have so much details to choose which colors to color, but I like how most of the time his armor pieces themselves are fairly simply colored, more monochromatic,
mm,
and then so it allows a lot of the details to pop out in
mm.
between those armor pieces.
Yeah.
That's neat.
This one's I kind of almost prefer this one that's like a bit more sketchy, right?
Mm,
Like has
hmm.
less kind of
Loose.
polished artwork, but kind of has
Yes.
a nice look to it.
Yeah. It's very stylistic. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
All right, here's some kits from Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Yeah, if you guys are
Oh,
not
Foreigner. Oh, yes. I love this guy.
Mm.
Or a foreigner. Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny how we pronounce it so different.
Well, I always figured that it's supposed to be like it's like a play on words because that's like a very Japanese thing
You're right.
to play on words. I always figured that that's what it was kind of meant to be, but
Right.
so that's how I refer to it. But we got these are not all. Let's see, we got RG, MG. What's his face? Eclipse.
Yeah.
That's not the conversion kit, but it looks a lot like that. Kind of at first glance, it looked a lot like that conversion kit for the
Huh.
Sinanju, didn't it? You know what I'm talking about?
The Sinanju. Yeah. I've seen a lot of that.
Mm.
But this one looks completely, it's different.
That's true, yeah. It's like at first I thought it was that. Wait, no, that can't be right. Yeah. This is one of my favorites of his works. I think I've seen this build before. I like it a lot.
That's cool. I've never seen this one. I love those forehand blades.
These on the those from the XN Riser Master Grade.
That's so cool.
The Sunriser. He's got the asymmetrical V fin on there. With the long
that's
side.
so nice.
And just the whole like black with He's got a few of these builds, I think, if I remember correctly. He's got a few different builds that are like all kind of similar like this. They're like mostly black with like a fluorescent highlight color.
That's the cool.
That's a
I
cool
like
style.
that camel pattern on that right shoulder too. It's
Yeah.
very nice and stylistically done.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a cool build. I've never seen this one.
Some nice, you can see these are like little photo etch parts. I think like the little hook parts there on the chest. I don't think those are decals. I think those are actual little photo etch parts because that's like the same photo etch parts that I used on my Messer build. So those same like, little photo etch hooks.
Yeah.
He's got the knees of the Buster Gundam. I think that is on there, right?
Buster Gundam. Yeah. I love that look. That oversized kind of kneecap thing. That looks really good, especially on this silhouette. I feel it works really well. Wow. And it's interesting how he photographed it on a black background too. Like you think he would have done it on like a gray background or something, right? But I mean, the photography looks great. Like the lighting is great in this photo. So
yeah, it is. When you got the black background and you just have this like the curve of the sheet, right, to get that nice little gradient there to break up the black.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
And a little red like piston details in there too.
Yes.
Nice.
I love that.
Nice little accent in there.
Yeah.
This one's got that. Oh, that's probably parts from that Hyakushiki crash kit, right?
Yes,
in there.
The torso part, right? Yeah.
To give it that bit more
so
5-star
stories that he made?
Kind of aesthetic. I guess so. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, and the Barbatos feet.
Yeah. So it's from the 100 Barbatos Rex kit, I guess.
That's cool.
Bunch of different stuff. He's got like there's like 1/44 scale Shinanju parts on there. It's the same knee part, just turned upside down.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. That's a cool custom.
Barbatos V-fin on it too.
Yeah. That's right.
It's a Barbatos span.
Oh, this one's nice. I really like this one.
Yeah, I was looking at this trying to think. I don't remember the original kit having any like this like circle little camera detail on the shoulder. I don't think it has anything like that at all. That's just added into like into that gap there.
Yeah.
And then what was the first one? I had the Xiong. That's such a cool kit. Have you ever built this kit before?
No, I haven't.
You should. It's nice.
It looks beautiful. Yeah, I love all the details that's molded in.
It turned me into a Xiong appreciator. Yeah.
Xiong,
it's never been a design I was so keen on, right? Just especially the head's like so goofy looking too. I don't know, but the kit is fantastic. Yeah.
That's cool. You might have to rename your channel to be Xiong Aurelius.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna build nothing else. Oh, he's got the same
wow. I love those details. That's so good. Although I'd be like, if I had the kit, right, I'd be tempted to use all these parts for kit bashing. And then never have to build the kit itself.
Yeah. It is one that you do often see getting used in that way. K1H son. K1. He's that first one I've not seen before. This one I don't think. With like sort of spider arms on the back. I think those are from the Polypod ball, I guess.
Yes.
Just stuck on the back there. I have seen this like goof flavored one though. This one's really cool.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
I like the photo presentation style here too, right? With the two photos kind of allows you to see a lot more.
Yeah. That's smart. I've never seen that before, actually. That's really good. It's very like magazine-esque, you know?
This one here. And it's it's all aquatic Xeon suits. A Dom colored GOG. I kind of want to work on a GOG someday.
Yeah, those are cool designs. Those are really cool.
weird and like stupid looking in theory, but you see
Yeah.
some really cool customs of it.
Yeah. I love how he did like the footsteps on the front. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Little like handle details there.
Yeah. I like his decals too.
Mm. I would
Inside.
wonder though, like if that's made for like, you know, the pilot or whatever, or maintenance workers, whatever, to be able to get to what once they're at the knee, then what that would have to continue like up the thigh if that's
Yeah,
meant
that's true. It's probably
to be
not
able
as
to get to the
practical.
cockpit, or
That's a
just
good point.
basically to
And I don't
access.
think does the other side have it too? I don't think the other side has it, right?
No.
Yeah.
So typically,
That'd
I
be,
would think that that's for the pilot, but
yeah, that'd be funny if he continued it up the thigh.
yeah,
This is like you can track where it goes, right?
right. Like you would have to for it to like
Yeah,
really make sense, but
yeah,
it's a cool detail,
yeah. That's
nonsensical
a
as
good
it
point.
is. I mean, it's a cool detail to have on there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Unless the under the kneecap area, there's someone who can reside in there.
Maybe that's where the cockpit is. Like this is
Yeah,
just like a
yeah.
fake cockpit here, a dummy
It's like
one.
you think you destroyed the mobile suit, but the
Right.
cockpit's not in the chest.
It's an interesting idea. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man.
It'd be cool. Make like a custom build where you just
Yeah.
like take the cockpit
Yeah.
detail like inside parts, put it inside here, and like have
Yeah.
the knee
Yeah.
part opened up.
Yeah. Or maybe a gunner can reside there. I don't know.
Mm, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I like the I don't know what these shoulder parts would be from because the original shoulder parts are not that big. These are like
Yeah.
something different. And
Hmm.
then with like these big massive like thruster rails added in there. I don't know what that would be from though. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Unless it's the case that it's from just like some like plastic toy or something like that. Because you see
Something
like those
else.
builds
Yeah.
too where people just use like other like non-model objects,
Yeah.
anything that's just made of plastic and just use it for like parts, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Could
that's
be the
true.
case.
That
Something
or
like
scratch
that.
build or I can't
Mm.
even think of any SD kits that would have that. Yeah. I don't know.
Seems well. I wonder. Actually, I think it might possibly be binder parts from the SD Nightingale,
Oh, okay,
possibly.
okay.
But if
Just
this is one,
reshaped. I don't know.
because I think this is the HG. This is not the master grade GOG kit. It's the HG.
Mm,
And in that case, yeah, those would be about that size and shape. I think they're like
yeah,
modified a bit, like the shape is modified a little bit, but I think that would be my guess that that's actually from the HG or SD Nightingale.
that's cool. That's cool use of parts. I think that was the case. Yeah.
And I love how that of like the black tri-stars, that
Mm,
mash is
mm.
often in Japanese put as mush.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, neat.
I don't know why. I don't know how it ends up getting spelled that way. Maybe it's supposed to be mush. I don't know. Anything. This one's cool. I think just
Mm,
the Zigok is one that always just like again, it's not like it's kind of a goofy design, but if you have it like in like the right pose, it can look really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. There's so many cool little details in it that
Mm,
make it stand out too, right?
mm,
Um, yeah, I like the vent in the chest area. I like the whole kind of the head built into the torso. Like that's kind of a neat look, you know?
it
Um,
makes sense.
yeah, yeah.
Kind of quite utilitarian in that way.
Is this the RG?
Um,
I don't even know.
it might be
Or
either that or the
MG,
MG.
maybe. Yeah,
I
that's
think it
cool.
might be the MG, I think.
Mm,
Or no, I don't know. I'm not sure.
mhm.
Uncertain. I think it's the MG. It's my guess, but
That's cool.
all right. This is Utasan.
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Let's
that's so
quick run through
cool.
these. So
Oh man,
some pretty cool, a lot of
wow.
Xeon stuff we're seeing today.
Yeah.
Uh, This one has got the like Thunderbolt style, like goof.
Yeah.
Uh,
Look at that stance. That's
pack.
beautiful.
Mm.
Man, I love that.
And not typically a fan of like shotgun style weapons, but this one looks really nice. Just kind of really matches the kit's sort of like
Mhm.
Russian utilitarian, very like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know,
beautiful.
tank like kind of vibe to it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Especially with
totally.
these details and armor panels and stuff on there.
Yeah. He like squared off everything and it just it looks so good. The weathering is beautiful too.
Mm.
Wow. That's a beautiful kit.
Mm. This, I think, too, is also the HG, actually. I
Huh.
think. Because these ammo parts are from the Dom Troppen kit, I believe.
Wow.
I want to
I guess
say. Yeah.
where's that helicopter thing or the flight? Yeah.
It's either a scratch build. I know there's a resin kit of that. So it
Oh,
might be the resin kit or it's just scratch built. I don't know.
that looks so cool.
I'd have to go back and look at the resin kit more closely to see if it matches up. It kind of looks like it might be. It very well could be the resin kit because they're in Japan. They can actually go to like Wonderfest and actually get resin kits from the producers in person there.
Yeah.
It's very possible that's what that actually is. I have a 3D printed set of that from what's his name? Who makes? Why can't I think of it?
From US?
Yeah. He makes some different like resin, 3D printed resin option sets. He's got a set for that flight pack, and then he's got a conversion set. It's another like work in progress that I've had like set aside for a while, working on the 1/100 scale Gelgug. It's a conversion set to turn it into their Regelgu with like the big.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so cool.
He's got a conversion set of those backpack parts. I know. I think I've got somewhere around here. Somewhere. Oh, yeah. This is not that, but this is a different set from the same guy. Yeah, Project V Hobbies. So this is another one.
Oh, that's cool.
Here of this one. Here. This is for the Gira Zulu.
Yeah.
It's like the Gira Zulu backpack from, it's like, I think it's a little bit different, but there was a P Bandai kit that had this. I think they did put one out. But
that would look so cool. I just had a thought, like if you did like I don't know, like a smaller kit outfitting it, and it could be like a Solomon Express type of some type of that'll look really neat. Like a super massive backpack, right?
The big, huge ammo drums. Yeah. Huge cannon.
Yeah.
This one, so like I think for a lot of the sets that he has, he does them in both 1/144 and 1/100 scale. So like this is the 1/44, but you could get a 1/100 scale version of this. It would be pretty cool to like put it on like an SD or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a really cool little build.
It's a good idea. But guess which kit I'm putting it on.
On your Xiong? Just kidding.
Nice try. I've already got it like all is another work in progress side. Everything is all like the actual customization of like getting the backpack onto the kit is done.
Nice.
Wait, what kit is it? It's just like all the actual sanding on all like the rest of the kit, the non-resin parts.
What kit are you putting it on?
The Shinanju Stein.
The Stein.
The Stein.
Oh, cool. That'll be nice.
So I wanted to put it on something different, not the Rosenzulu.
Yeah. What color are you gonna paint the Stein?
Oof, no idea. But probably something similar to like the not the Rosenzulu, Girazulu. Probably something similar to like the Girazulu, like a kind of military green, kind of something, probably something like this kind of. more kind of grounded green kind of color scheme, not like bright white like the original Stein or anything like that.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, that'll be nice. Ooh,
It will be.
forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. One of these days. This is a really cool build. And this one I want to say is pretty old, of the Nightingale.
Wow. That is so unique. You're right. At first, I was going to think of like the Sazabi, right? But it's totally the Nightingale, man. Well, I guess they use the Sazabi shoulders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's true.
But without the hue, well, does it have the back skirt on there? Without, maybe it does. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. I recently saw this artist work on Twitter, on X, and it was redesigned Nightingale, and I might try to build it. It looks so cool. I asked him for permission, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, as long as you state who the original artist is, right?" And but yeah, I'm kind of excited for it because I've always had the HG Nightingale, and so I'm just kind of dreaming up of what are the possibilities. And I don't think I'm gonna copy 100% his drawing, but I really like the general silhouette of his drawing. So I'm like, ooh, maybe I can look into that. So every Nightingale I'm seeing now, I'm like, ooh, what is this? What is that?
Yeah,
this is cool. I really like.
That's this one that, I mean, like you see like a lot of really cool custom builds of it, just because like it's such an odd design, but that just kind of makes it easier to like kind of have your way with, sort of like to kind of make it your own.
And you know what's funny? Every time I look at the Nightingale or think of the Nightingale, the first thought that comes to mind, what do you think the first thought that comes to mind is for me? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, dude. Hey, was it the HG that you did it with, or the RE?
No, the big one, the RE100.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, man. I can't stop thinking about that every time I look at the clamshells.
You're just thinking about it filled with crab meat.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I'm getting hungry now. Anyways, that was a pretty memorable video.
If you ever make that diorama, then you'll have to throw in like a little reference, get like a
little pearl or something, or a little, I don't know,
like
crab.
A little
like
a truck, because I don't know if this is a thing like in Japan, but I know it's a thing in Korea. Like look up like a, what's it called? It's like a king crab truck. They'll just have like a street food, but where you can just buy like a thing, like a bunch of crab legs, basically.
It's like a mobile seafood truck.
Pretty much. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. I mean, like this is like, no, that's not it.
Oh man, that looks so good.
Yeah, but anyway, it would be like this. It's like snow crab.
Oh wow. Oh, like that. Oh no. Yeah. Crab shop. It's like a truck. Like,
yeah. Street food trucks. This is probably going to give me like a bunch of like stuff here in America of like stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like this sort of thing, right?
Cool. Oh, nice. It just opens up to the side of the truck. Nice.
But you can just like, most people just get it and take it home. It's not the kind of thing that like you're eating there. It's it's usually like the kind that where you're getting it and taking it with you.
That's so cool.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Anyway, but
that's a good idea to think of some type of Easter egg.
Or like if you have a building, just like put like a decal on the side. If you can find like a crab like decal to make it look like it's like a not a crab factory, but what would it be? Just like a crab meat processing like sort of factory, something like that, right? Would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
All right. Anyway, this diorama here is pretty awesome. I
That's
love
so
these builds that like my guess is like this is all like pieces of runner, but where you see
yeah,
like people that build like their like a lot, usually it's like space debris
yeah,
that you see
yeah,
people use a lot of like runner parts for making their dioramas. But this one's pretty
yeah.
cool. It's meant to be
This is
like kind
so
of like
cool.
oil rig or something.
Exactly. That is so cool. What is that red armor like?
I
It's
think
just
it's.
a
I was just thinking about that. I think it's supposed to be the escape boat because you know how they usually have an escape boat there.
right.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's climbing down the ladder too.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. To get to the little EFSF
yeah.
escape boat.
Look at that water effect too. Like the waves,
Mm,
man. This is
nice.
beautiful.
Very splashy.
Yeah.
Mm, very
Oh
nice.
man, that's so cool.
Mm.
I love how what's the word I'm trying to look for? Condensed or how
Like contained.
yeah,
Yeah.
contained
All right.
this whole
Yeah.
scene is, and it tells the story so well.
It's very
Composition.
tight.
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly.
mm,
It's beautiful. And I
mm,
like how certain things kind of hang out, like all those mechanical like pipes and stuff, like hang out
mm,
outside of that
mm.
frame too.
Yeah.
Man, it's such a nice piece. I
Yeah.
love that. I
The
want to see.
the
Yeah,
well, the composition is really nice, right?
yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah, it would be nice to see some more photos of it to see around at different angles and things.
Yeah, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. That's really well done.
Uh, it is always nice, yeah, when you have your diorama scenes that like you have your main like kind of focus area, but then
Yes,
parts of the diorama that extend out, right?
exactly.
That you gotta have that.
Yeah.
Hey, this was an interesting. Yesterday I was recording. The video is not out yet, but I was recording for like an AMA video, like answering
Oh,
people's
okay. Yeah.
questions.
Ask me
And
anything.
one of the questions actually would be good. I'll have to like paraphrase it, but it would be good to like hear your opinion on it. But basically, they were asking like about like trends in GBWC and if I
Mm,
feel that like and like how I feel about Bandai separating if they were, or like
mm,
do I think it would be a good idea for them to separate diorama
hmm,
builds, like technical builds, as like separate category?
mm.
But I was thinking, and what I talked about in answering that was that like it's kind of like you can't have a good diorama build without also having like a lot of technical skills. So like it would be
Yes.
very difficult to like separate that, and there like wouldn't really be much point. And then if they were, I mean, at any rate, if they were to separate diorama builds to be a separate category, it's like where do they draw the line for like something like
Yeah.
this? Is it really more of a diorama versus a
Right.
vignette? This one's probably definitely more like towards being a full-on diorama. But like your
Diorama.
build too, like your Gundam, is that really kind of like a
Yeah.
diorama or
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
difficult to define, I think.
Right. Right.
Mm,
I think that's actually a really good question. And I've heard in the past, well, even just recently too, a lot of builders just being confused by
mm,
thinking, like what is GBWC necessarily looking at? Like, what's their criteria,
mm,
right? Like, are they looking at a diorama? Are they looking at a clean build? To tell you the
mm,
truth, I really don't know. It varies
mm,
every year, right? Um,
mm,
but generally, what I tell people is, um, I mean, a lot of times people will just play to their strengths as well too, right? Some people are just really great diorama artists, and
yeah.
so um, I feel if that's the case for you, right, it
Mm,
would make more sense for you to steer towards that direction and just make something that um, I don't know, that is more unique, right? If you think about the judges judging the event, they're they would have seen a lot of pieces in the past, right? Like they would
mm,
have seen a lot of builds where there's two suits fighting it, duking it out, and maybe
mm,
smoke effects kind of thing, right? But I feel like even within that context, there's still a lot of creative things you could try to
mm,
make out and do, right? Um, every now and then I could like even for example this right when you look at it you're like wow like this is just so beautiful right
mm,
this is um this is definitely top tier
mm,
diorama work here, right?
mm,
In its storyline, in its construction and everything. So I feel like even though even if maybe he might not even have put a single custom panel line on this model, right? But I feel like as long as this as long as that's his strength, right? He can play towards that, right? Same thing goes to the super technical builder, right?
mm,
If they are just so good at making fine details and everything. I feel it's difficult if you start restricting it to being like only a diorama. And in fact, in the
Mm.
past, I think they even did like an SD category. Do you remember that? I think for a
Oh,
year or two, they
yeah, and
had
it
like
wasn't
a
only for like some regions only. Like some regions had and
yeah,
others didn't. Yeah.
exactly, right? They had just
Mm,
an SD category, and then they had like the open category.
mm,
So I don't know what their thought process was in including that. But I feel it'd be very difficult to judge. It is difficult to judge
mm,
too, like even in a competition setting between a diorama and a really cleanly executed
mhm,
build,
mhm.
right? I feel that's
I
kind
mean,
of difficult.
like even looking at these, like I mean, like
Yeah,
just within this same artist's work, I mean, like
right.
something like this
Yeah,
and then something like this. If you how do you
exactly.
judge these two like compare to each other? I mean, like you basically
Exactly.
just have to, and this is what I think. Like when it comes to GBWC, especially once you get to the finals, and you
Yes.
have like these really super much more. I don't want to say much more qualified, but people with a lot
Yeah.
more experience there, like at the finals in Japan.
Yeah.
They're just looking at just like the overall quality of the work, and like
Yes.
they can tell that, based on whether you have diorama aspects in there or not. I mean, they're just
Yes.
looking at kind of every single aspect of the work.
Exactly.
Um, that, and I think the other thing too, that if they were to separate dioramas out to a separate category, then you would have like a lot of people doing like full on like dioramas, and then a lot of
Yeah.
people doing just like single builds like this,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you wouldn't have any
Yes.
of like the cool stuff that exists in the space in
Yeah.
between, like something like your build. Like people wouldn't do that
Right.
because it wouldn't
Yeah.
fit nicely into either one of
Exactly.
the categories. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So you're
Mm,
absolutely right. When it comes to GBWC, I feel like a lot of the base stuff, like obviously seam lines have to be
mm,
closed, even
sure.
construction, um, rough paint work, like all those things, they
Mm,
all judge into it, right? And so
mm,
if everyone was at that same quality of painting and construction, what's the next thing that sets them apart? It's the idea aspect, right?
mm,
And so I feel like the idea aspect can be executed in both like a super clean build, right? Or really technical build. You can
mm,
have very creative ways of doing that, right?
mm,
But also in your dioramas, you can have a really creative way of doing your dioramas as well, too, right? So I
sure.
feel like that's yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do think it would be very difficult if they did split those categories, right?
Mm,
So I just tell people play with your strength, right? Play by your strength
yeah.
and what you really and also what you really enjoy doing too. I feel like I don't want to make it seem like you can only enter this competition if you're good at a certain thing, right? I
Mm.
feel like you should just go ahead and do it and you learn from it, right? So yeah,
Or like that you have to be good at one way, because like
right,
we're
yeah,
talking about how you have to have a really good base set of skills in like the basically like the objective side of modeling, or
mm,
yeah, the
yeah. I
objective
know what
side of
you mean.
modeling, where like there's not necessarily like art involved in seam line removal, right?
Yes,
Or like
yeah,
sanding, painting,
yeah,
this kind of thing. um
yeah.
Scribing as a process, there's not any art
Yeah,
involved in that, but like where you
that's
place the panel lines, what exact
exactly,
colors you use, like you're talking about like
exactly.
how you set up your diorama, the
Yeah,
the placement of things. What was
yeah.
I was just mentioning about the other one here. Uh,
Composition or
yeah, the composition, right? So
yeah,
that's kind of on top of the objective
exactly,
skills that you have to have. That's when it gets to be like where you have to consider like the subjective, like artistic nature of
exactly.
things.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, I mean, like as any good judge would go, like you kind of start, and there's like you can just go through, and this is how the judging goes on like all of my contests. We just kind of go through and basically eliminate stuff based
yeah,
on like those objective skills first,
yes,
mold lines, seam lines, just bad like
that's right.
paint quality, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Those are the kind of things that are just going to be knocked out easier. But then
mhm,
it's once you get down to the end, that's when it gets down to like, well, the colors are kind of weird on this
yeah,
one. Doesn't
yeah,
They don't
yeah,
like really work together as well. It's not
yeah,
anything like objective, but
yeah,
that's what
100%. Yeah, I 100% agree.
mm,
And I feel that's how a lot of the judges judge, at least
mm,
from what I observed. Because when I was
mm,
observing I couldn't observe the entire judging process, but it was kind of neat because you can see them um, walk through. I think they looked at every single entry, obviously, right? But then they would go back to select entries and re-look at it, right? And so in my mind, I was like, they probably have their top 5 already, right? And then they go back and look at between the top 5 what they like, what they don't like, and then determine the top 3 from there, right? As opposed to choosing like marking everyone and be like, what's my highest grade? Okay, well that's the first winner, right? So I feel like it's very it's a lot of back
exactly
and
right.
forth.
Because when you're because in a competition, if you're only looking at one piece at a time, once you get down to the very end, you kind of have to start comparing like side by side.
Yes.
Can't just go by like kind of what you saw at first, because there might be, or when it gets down to the end, there's either things that you missed or just things that you might want to reconsider, or just you need to, you're kind of like searching for those final little like pros and cons that are going to like make the difference between who's going to win and who's not.
That's right. Yeah.
Fun times. All right. So that was an interesting question about that, but basically no separate diorama category, I don't think.
Yeah.
All right. Flying 5188 here with some Votams.
Wow.
Some very cool looking Votams builds here.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
With, I don't know what that is. Is this supposed to be like a grappling hook thing there on the backpack or something? I'm not entirely sure.
That does
I
look
wonder if this is an old Bandai kit. I am guessing. I think that this is one of, I think these are all older, like Bandai's Series 120 scale kits. Not this one. This is a wave kit, I want to say.
I love the weathering in these pieces. It's so nice.
So I think we've talked about it before too. So much great like ideas that you can get for like details from kits like this that you can apply to Gunpla or whatever else. But
yes, totally.
With these like larger scale kits, with these being 120, 1/3 scale, 1/24 scale, whatever, stuff like this, they have more space to do details like this. That just give you interesting ideas how you might be able to apply that to Gundams and stuff like that.
Totally, like all the hook and latch details, right? Rivets. Yeah, that looks so good. Wow.
The, what's it? Fat Boy, this one's called, I think.
Fat Boy.
I think so. There was a really cool build. I guess it's like an actual, like, it's not just like a custom build. I think it is an actual like version of this design or anything or something, but it's like a teal blue, like very bright, like teal blue color. The images are compressed. Hopefully not. It shouldn't be the case. I'm having like to zoom in on the images. Shaka, let's see. It might just depend on the, like, some of the photo qualities may be better than others. I'm not sure. I have to like have the window smaller and zoomed in so that it's not getting like a bunch of stuff on like the sides. Don't know if that's affecting you. But anyway, here's Chiroshi. Chiroshi's builds.
He follows you. Chiroshi.
Don't you?
I should be, I guess. I should be.
Yes. Some 5-star stories stuff. This one, I'm not entirely certain this one's 5-star stories. I think it is. It might be something else. These other two, though, are. This one for sure, and this one for sure.
If he does it, do you think he does it all hand painted?
I would guess so. It looks like it, yeah.
It looks so beautiful. Man, I love that.
I wonder about the exact technique. It almost looks a bit like it's just all sponge painted, sort of.
Yeah, like layers and layers of it, right?
Yeah. You just kind
of like dry, just like dry, like constant layers of dry brushing. I've seen that before. That looks really cool.
Yeah. where like you have your surfacer layers like intentionally kind of like you brush on the surface layer so that
Yeah.
it's like intentionally sort of rough, and then you
That's right.
just by brushing over the top of it a bunch. Yes.
Yeah.
It
That's
does
so
kind
nice.
of look like one of those techniques, something like that.
Yeah. That'd be neat to do it on like a Zaku or something. People have done it before for sure. But yeah, I love that texture.
The Chris, the stream should be 1080. That's what it says on my end. It used to be limited to 720, but it should be 1080 now. I don't know. They're not seeing the image quality as good, I guess. Sorry, guys. I don't know. But this one's really cool too. This one's a little bit different, but I want to say the painting is done like in a similar way on this one, but it's kind of hard to tell.
When I first saw this, all I could think of was McDonald's.
The color scheme on it.
Yeah, like that inverted V on the chest. I thought it was like an M. I was like, this is a McDonald's build.
Golden arch there.
Yeah, exactly. Now I can't unsee it, but yeah.
But like a great example of, I mean, I'm not entirely sure how the painting was done, but a great example of how you just like do your surfacer or primer or whatever in like a dark color, and just the constraint that it takes to let a lot of that still like come through, like to not try to like fully cover the part in paint.
Exactly.
It's tough.
Yeah. I've never tried it before, but I would imagine it would be very, very difficult. Because there's so many different heights to the surfaces to kind of, you'd have to have like a broad stroke, but yet avoid certain areas to create that edge highlighting or that edge shadowing, I would say.
Yeah, it's really kind of hard to say. I'm not sure. I would have to go and look. I wonder. Let's take a quick peek here. Let's see if he's got some other work in progress photos that might give us an idea here. Here's the paints used. So yeah, I was gonna guess that I'm sure it's probably acrylic paints. So that's confirmed. Yeah, I have seen photos of this one that he had been working more recently. Yeah, this one's done the same way. Love how that looks in green there on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on a Zaku or something, or militaristic. Oh man, that looks great.
Looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
Here's some work in progress. But still is not really showing us kind of the actual painting of it.
Yeah.
It might be in the actual like text.
Oh, he did some artifacts as well too.
Images. Yeah. Some little teeny tiny ones. They look to be done in like the same way. I mean, like it's a much smaller scale.
Yeah. Wow, it seems like a really versatile technique then. Oh, our favorite suit, yo. Oh, I recognize that everywhere.
It's not a Zaku, but I mean, pretty close.
Yeah.
There you go.
That actually looks pretty good. I actually like that. That looks really good. Wow, I love that.
Is the technique just done? It just looks different because, like on like the dark gray parts, then the blue parts here, it looks like those are done kind of in like a more kind of normal way.
Yeah.
Either that or the effect's just much less noticeable, but kind of an interesting contrast.
Yeah.
To have like the green having that sort of like cloudy sort of look.
Yeah. It looks almost like that darker like thigh part is just airbrushed.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, almost as if.
But it's a nice like visual contrast there.
Yeah.
Here's everything's primed in black, that we can be sure of.
Yeah.
But
black
then
face.
the
Shaka's right.
painting on top. I don't know. I'll have to do my own research.
That looks cool. I love that.
Yeah. The ugly phase of
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah.
All right. And let us not forget this motorcycle model kit here as well.
Cool.
Probably beginning of June-ish, hopefully, is my plan. Gonna be working on building my first tank model kit. Well, like building and making actual like tank model kit. I have built and mostly painted like a kind of like sci-fi tank model kit before, one of like the quadruped tank kits.
Yes. Yeah. Are you gonna make a little scene for it, or is it to accompany something else, or just building it and painting it?
I'm not sure if you can see. Hang on. Can you see that tank? That huge box up there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the kit that I'm talking about.
Dude,
and it's huge. It's like
that's like almost the size of the Dendrobium.
Yeah. The kit, when built, is like this big. It's like 1/24th scale.
Oh my goodness.
1/12th scale.
That's huge.
Yeah, so it's quite large.
Where are you gonna put it?
I have no idea. Well, probably in the storefront here at USA Gundam. Yeah. Fortunately, we've got we've got a storefront with a massive display cases and stuff, so that will actually fit in there. Oh, that's nice. Where I have the big Zoids Gojulus kit is in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, huge
Man, I'm gonna have to visit your guys' new warehouse. That's awesome.
I'm thinking, because I've had these, I've actually got a few different ones. There's like a few of these different like Nippico decal sets. You've seen these before?
No, I haven't.
We got a few different ones, but
cool.
They're cool. Like, and like they're all like really large Nippico decals. I've had a bunch of sets forever, not a bunch, a couple different sets forever, and thinking like, what the heck am I ever going to put that on? Because like the decals are like 2 inches across, if not like some of these are even like bigger than that.
Wow.
For like the really big ones.
Something
like that.
Yeah.
Like, what am I ever gonna put that on? So like I'm like thinking like, I need like a big kit. So I'll just paint that tank with like a Nippico, it's like blue and white kind of like color scheme, something like that, and put some huge Nippico decals on it.
Yeah. You can also put it on the Dendrobium if you ever decide to paint.
That's true. Yeah. I think I actually have seen that done before. I think I've seen
nice.
We did do that. Yeah.
Nice.
Because there's just not much that those decals would fit on.
How are you're probably gonna paint it? You're just gonna paint it with your airbrush. Like, will you get like an automotive airbrush or something? Well, I guess it's not quite that big yet, but
I mean it's pretty big. I mean, like I do have a 0.5 millimeter airbrush. So like for like larger, spraying. So I can use that probably. Yeah. I mean, I may opt to want to hand paint it possibly, but just use a larger brush. Yeah. That's a possibility.
You can do it in that style as that other guy. That's stippling.
Maybe. I don't know. Or just like sponge paint it all would be kind of cool too. I mean, there's different ways, but yeah, just because of like the decal style and like kind of the overall theme of it, I think an airbrush would make sense for it to be like sort of mostly clean, kind of looking, less like a kind of naturally weathered tank. Relatively inexpensive spray guns you can get. Yeah, and I think I might have another spray gun around somewhere, something like that. But, all right, Arcadelic. I love these works of his.
Oh wow!
These are some of my favorites. So this one, the same couple of kits we were just looking at, basically, but just like different.
Does he mod the pose? Like, it looks so dynamic.
Yeah.
That looks so great.
There must be modifications to the joints for the poses like that. For like these two, this one for Zaku with the real wide stance.
I love that. Wow.
It's like a Zaku cannon, sort of different from like the actual Zaku cannon, but basically like kind of a different take on a Zaku cannon. And a Machine Krieger build here at the end.
I love his painting style.
again, we're seeing a lot of nice weathering work here in
Yeah,
these.
man.
Like the first one, we saw one that was like all the clean stuff, but it's like a lot of
Yeah.
nicely weathered stuff. This one's really
Like the
nice.
chipping here is wow, so well done.
You're
That's
gonna take a
impressive.
stab at Machining Krieger pretty soon, right?
Ah,
I
yeah,
know.
I'll have to get a kit first.
I know
I
you've been
love
thinking about it.
it. Yeah, I really do like this one. This one's so nice.
Mm, pretty cool customization done on that. And yeah, this Zaku's nice there.
Yeah, I love that. Like even with the hand, like with the two fingers, kind of like on the
Mm,
right hand. Oh, that
mm.
looks so nice. Are those like resin hands? Like,
Well,
are they? They must be maybe articulable hands. Oh man, those look
I
so
think they
good.
might just be resin printed. Yeah, you might be right. Just because this looks like it's definitely an HG.
Yeah.
Like looking at the joints and the forearm parts, like it's definitely an HG, the
Mm,
origin kit, and the head as well. You can,
that looks
that's
so
for sure.
good.
Like the hands, yeah, definitely look more articulated, like an MG
Yeah.
style hand. But my guess would be that they're not actually articulated. They're just
Right.
3D printed.
Fixed pose.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, it looks
something
so
like that.
good. Yeah, that leg spread is huge.
Yeah, it's gonna fall backwards. I feel like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
exactly braced
And I
for
like those like on the
level.
foot, on the
Mhm.
Zaku's foot too. There's like
Yeah,
these
yeah,
panels that looks so cool.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's
that's
nice.
so cool.
It's a cool
Oh,
idea. Just like
yeah,
chisel out a little rectangle bit and then just like
yeah,
add that little
yeah.
in there, sort of.
That's so cool. I love that. It's a beautiful build.
File that up in your like Rolodex of ideas for just like
Mm,
small
yeah,
little detailed things to
yeah,
add to different builds.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure. That's
a lot
beautiful.
of really great stuff. Like I love the little hooks
Yeah,
on the front skirts there.
exactly. He has it on the back of the heel too, on that other. Yeah,
Here,
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, that looks so good.
These
Man.
verniers actually being kind of a bit extended. Normally it's like a pretty
Yeah,
flat little detail in there, but
exactly. Oh,
a lot of nice little bits there.
so beautiful. I love that.
Smoke launchers. I'm sure those are
Mhm.
also from a Machine Krieger kit, probably
Yeah, yeah.
leftovers.
Wow.
And yeah, these couple of builds I've seen many, many times. They're
Oh,
so nice.
so nice.
The Gatling gun's all scratch built.
Really?
Hmm. Yeah,
What?
it's a lot of customization done on this. Like the
That look
toes are added onto there. All these little rivet details and everything you see along there.
man. How are people
Again, the
so
smoke
good?
launchers.
Yeah, he likes those ones. Those are
Yeah.
nice. Wow. Even his colors are so great. Like the
Mm,
olive hands with that yellowish
mhm.
armor, right? It
Yeah.
just looks so good, blends in so well.
Like the little like platform step here
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get into the cockpit.
yeah, that's smart. Oh
Mm.
man, that's so beautiful.
It wasn't that long ago that I learned that the Votom's designs have like either like this, like the scope dog has like a little bar on the knee over there.
Ah, to step into the cockpit?
Yeah, and wasn't it sound like a past episode we were talking about this?
Oh, it does sound
Yeah,
familiar.
and like the little cutout in the front skirt there,
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
step.
for your
Yeah,
foot. Yeah.
yeah. And then on this one too, like the little cutout in the knee there. The little step.
Ah,
I think on this one, I know for like the
yeah,
scope dog, at least
yeah, yeah,
saw that in like a different build before, but that'd be my
yeah.
guess to why it's got the little cutout hole, because I'm not sure if it would have it on the other side. I could be wrong, but
Mm.
now that I've like learned that, now I'm like looking for it in any different Botoms builds, like looking for the little step ladder
Yeah,
details.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
really nice.
I love this. His colors are great.
Mm.
I love that.
Again with the toes.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
kind of have to wonder about like how actually helpful those would be. Just foreigner. I think it's like two of these are the same builds we already saw, just different
Right.
angles of the
Yeah.
Barbatos and the Shinanju. But here's his
Oh,
Sazabi.
Saz.
Some nice little metallic details on that one.
Yeah.
That one and this one here.
Oh.
It's like a Impulse Gundam, but like it's got like mixed other stuff in there, like mixed with like the Aegis or Justice Gundam or something, and then like I don't know. Color scheme is more like a Strike Noir, but with like the bright orange accents in there and stuff. Anyway,
I love his accent colors.
Mhm.
So, like, I never would have thought of using an accent color that bright, but it works really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I feel like if I was spraying that, and that would be feel like, this is like way too like over the top. This is not going to work.
Yeah.
Infinite Justice, Chris said for that.
Infinite Justice.
Cool stuff. Ken Kenichiro here.
Yes.
Another Xiang. This one's the MG though.
Look at those fine
But
lines.
love like the super fine little lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You have all this open space, but just gonna add a very thin little line.
Exactly.
There.
That's really good design and constraint in his panel line design. I love it.
Here on the shoulders as well.
Yeah.
Super clean finish on that.
Yeah. And how are people so good?
And the colors and everything.
Man.
That's awesome.
I love that. Oh man.
Reminds me, I gotta find where I put that resin kit of Josh's Zeta Plus.
You have a resin kit? You have a resin kit of his Zeta Plus?
Have I not told you this? Am I like imagining that I'm having these conversations with somebody else?
Wait, how did you have a resin kit of his Zeta Plus? Did he make one?
No, someone. Have I not told you this story that someone contacted Josh and said that they wanted to like make a resin kit of like his Zeta Plus build?
Oh wow!
Yeah, and he agreed, and all he asked for in return was a couple of copies of the kit for himself. So I don't know how many he ultimately got, but he sent one to me, and so I have it here somewhere. Yeah. So it's a resin kit of Josh's Zeta Plus.
That's crazy.
You
should just like snap it up and like prime it. Actually, it'll look halfway like the actual one.
I mean, like the color scheme.
Yeah.
Just spray and primer. It's not far off.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so nice. Wow. That's cool. Lucky you, man. Do you know if the guy ended up selling it or anything? Or like
I guess so. I think he did. I'd have to ask Josh, but yeah, I think he did.
I wonder how he did, because Josh obviously didn't send his model to him, right? Or
no, he just but he made like that like book, basically, kind of like guide. Like build guide as like a PDF that he made. And so I think the guy just went through and like studied it all, and
that's impressive.
Just basically rebuilt it exactly like that, and then cast it. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
pretty wild.
Yeah.
These are some awesome builds. I love the colors and how clean these builds are. So nice.
Man.
Really, really good stuff.
Do you know which base kit he used to make this one?
This
it looks so good.
My guess would be the MG Verka Arc 78, but it's like heavily modified a lot, and like all the full armor parts, I want to say it's a lot of that's just all scratch built. He's see. Let's see if we can't find something about that. But yeah, I mean, like, I think a lot of it's scratch built.
How are people so good?
Or Ken 16. He's a part of that Naoki's like modeling club.
Posse?
What's it called? Huh?
Part of his posse.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
they
know-
do like group shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah,
once a
yeah,
year.
yeah.
This one, yeah, Chop 10.
So cool.
With like like Naoki, Top Factory, yeah, Ken 16W's in there.
Man.
Oh, I think it's in there too. But yeah, they do like a group show every year.
That would be so nice to attend that one.
He did this cool build of here
Wow.
of one of Naoki's Titanomakia kits.
Right.
I don't know.
Man. Yeah, Ken is a very inspirational modeler.
I talked to the person who makes these boxes because like I wanted to get one, or
Yeah.
I asked if they were able to mass produce them to like get some here like at USA Gundam Store. So
Yeah.
I've seen like a couple of people have these and they're like customized for them, but like the person who does it can like customize it for you because he just makes them.
That's cool.
But they were going to be like prohibitively expensive to like carry them here, plus the shipping on them. But you have to like assemble it yourself.
Okay. Are they made in Japan?
Yeah. So he just like what's like CNC cuts the wood, right? And then it just comes like any of like the Hobby Zone stuff or the Arty Station stuff, you know, like the sets. Yeah. You like have to just put it together yourself. Same kind of thing. Yeah. You just need to glue it all. But cool, like little boxes. So I was interested in like seeing if we could get some here to carry them, but yeah, it was just gonna be too expensive. They're there.
Oh man, so cool. I would love to meet these guys in person.
It'd be cool.
See their builds.
Plastic Bomb. This was their group. So they're probably at Shizuoka as well. I'm sure they'll be there in 2 weeks.
Oh wow. That's right. Oh
yeah.
Man.
I'm sure they'll be there.
Yeah.
All right. This modeler too. Oh, I'll have to go back. I think this is who I was thinking of that does a lot of builds that are like all in like the exact same color scheme, basically.
Oh.
I think I might be thinking of somebody else actually. There's I've seen a lot of Votom stuff today.
Yeah.
There's some cool like Votom's diorama here.
That's awesome. I love that.
Water on this one's great too, right?
Yeah. See, this is like a diorama where it's like, oh man, so unique and so original, right? Wow.
It's like laying in the cockpit, chilling out in the stream there.
Yeah. So you can almost hear the sound of the water trickling. And wow, look at the detail. There.
Super cool. I don't know about the previous one. I'm not entirely sure about where that one's from. I'm not sure I've seen that kit before. This is a Machine Krieger character.
Okay.
Yeah, there. This one too.
That's cool.
Like the purple arm on that.
Yeah. Like pieced together.
Oh yeah, here I wanted to make sure we got to these ones too. From Pomkma 2. So really cool 30 minutes missions stuff here.
Oh wow.
He uses a lot of UV reactive paint for like the cameras and stuff in his custom builds. So you'll see like a lot of these.
That's so cool. So this is all using 30-minute missions? Kit bash?
Looks like it, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Cool. And all these are, I think.
Wow.
Like this one, that's very wild with like that rainbow gradient.
Wow, that almost looks like an ashtray, like Sengoku ashtray. Wow, that's so cool. I love that.
Big Gatling gun, sort of like, I don't know, with the roller skate heels And the color scheme does kind of remind me of like something from Votom's here too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There, yeah.
Wow.
Kind of very interesting, like array of styles represented between like the 4 builds. Like it's all 30 minutes missions. It's all from the same artist, but like the kits are like quite different visually. Like super clean, bright colors on this one.
Yeah. The general like shape and silhouette of them are very different as well too. I wonder if he probably covered up a lot of the holes then, right? Like peg holes and stuff.
I guess so. Like you can see here, like that's probably I'm not familiar enough with the parts, but that'd be my guess. Like that's hard points there that are filled in.
Yeah, the knee area too. Yeah. That's cool.
Like this bit here, probably.
Yeah.
Here, there's like a little circle detail. It's probably like a filled in hard point. Like you can see, like here and here, that for sure. It's like a little. So just take a little, probably not even. It's not even like a plastic tube. It's probably just a piece of runner. Drill a hole in it and stick it in there.
That's true.
That's pretty much it. The same thing like down
here. That's a good point. Yeah. It makes it easy for you to just add circular details because there's already that circle there. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you're right.
And then all these here.
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, that was like kind of my thing when the 30 minutes missions like stuff was like first coming out. I kind of didn't like how it had all the hard points around on it, but I mean, as you can see, like from different builds, and it's easy enough to cover that stuff up.
That's right.
Either just like filling it in, or it's like I mean, like completely like filling it in and like sanding it over kind of thing, like completely getting rid of it entirely, or just like filling it in with and like turning it into a detail kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's cool. That's a cool builder. Yeah,
it's gonna be all one image. Yeah, it is. But this is from who? It's not following me. That's right in my spicy letter here.
DM him.
A DM. But I have seen these before. I love this gym. I forget the name of this particular gym. It's like the light gym or something like that. Eric, I think it is, also has a really cool custom build of this gym variant.
That's cool.
Cool variant. I like it.
Is this like this is an HG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks cool. Looks like he made the pistons in the ankle area.
If you can imagine the basic gym being even lighter, even more basic, like that's
it's like down to bare bones. That's cool.
Any lighter and it's just the frame. That's super minimalized, like shoulder armor. It's got no knee armor left, basically. Straight leg there. No ankle armor.
Yeah, that's right.
And the cool chest vent there.
Yeah. I'm surprised they put those guys out for battle even.
Like, what good is it gonna do, really? Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
This is actually based off of the entry grade. You can tell by the elbow joints there. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Like it's still got, I mean, like the head and torso, it's all like pretty much standard entry grade. Even like the skirt sections, he might have like layered up the like white parts there in the skirt armor to make them like a bit like thicker, standing up there a bit. But like the forearms completely reshaped, and like a lot of details added on the knee and the ankle armor there.
That's impressive.
Whereas this one, this one's just the HG Gundam there. But I wonder if that's like, I would imagine so. It's parts from like the old 144 scale, like non-grade full armor Gundam, just like adapted to like an HG. Would be my guess. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see the full armor Gundam with like a full shield on it too, because usually it just has like the little shield on the arm. It's cool to see it with like the full. It would just be a gym shield, right? Because it doesn't have the cross on it. Kind of cool.
I love that.
Here's Antares-san, also not following me.
Oh, that
but a
looks
little bit
so
different kind of modeling
cool.
here. Yeah.
Wow. Is that
Little-
must be fully scratched, right? Or like, I mean, maybe not the character, but like
yeah, even the character figure is probably modified. That would be my guess to be able to
that's
fit in
so
there like that.
reminds you a little bit of Flintstones though.
Mhm, kind of, yeah, yeah.
But it's
Very
cool.
much
I love it.
DIY slapped together.
Yeah.
Made a little cart out of like a lawnmower engine.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I love that.
Mhm.
Oh.
Broom guitar, hose girl,
Oh.
and weapons salesman in lingerie.
That's so funny.
These look
It looks-
tiny though. I mean, these look
yeah.
like it looks like almost like 1/35 scale, which is like real small.
Wow.
Like these couple ones like looks really
Super
small.
tiny. Yeah.
Mm. Does it say on there? No. All right. Here's our thumbnail. Thanks to Muchan.
Ooh. Muchan.
I got for the thumbnail of this. Love is build here. I should let's see. Because are you familiar with this?
No.
These builds generally, or
No, I'm not.
this Mark V in particular is super cool. Because
What does
at a
he
glance, it just looks like the regular MG
Yeah.
Mark V, but it's very different. It's very like customized.
Yeah.
It's super like thinned down, especially on the top there.
Is this using the MG Mark V as a base? And he
I
just
believe
like
so. Yeah. I think it's just like really heavily customized.
wow. Yeah, it looks like he like sawed it in half and then pushed it
Yeah.
together
Right.
and then extended the
Yeah.
limbs.
hmm
Wow, a
Like
lot of customization.
Yeah, everything's like really slimmed down a lot.
Yeah.
He's got this sort of similar
Oh,
kind of take on the camper there, and I love his build here, which is a shame he
wow.
didn't put it in his top 4.
Oh
But I love
man.
his build of the Turn X with this gold frame, like kind of turquoise
Yeah.
marble armor. Super cool.
That's beautiful. And also he
Mhm.
slimmed this one down too, right?
I'm not sure. I think it's more so like the pose, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
The pose may just be helping to kind of give that look, 'cause instead of like kind of typically you want like
Yeah.
the elbows out a
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah.
They're just kind
Yours
of
are
a bit
more
more.
straight down.
Yeah, I think
Man,
that
that's
might
beautiful.
be making a difference. Either that and or like kind of maybe extended the legs a bit to give it more kind of
Right.
vertical. Because you can see there's this option part right there, the little detail part there. That might be there to just kind of fill in detail where there was an extension,
right.
kind
That's a
of
good
something
point.
like that. Would have to find some more work in progress shots. Definitely someone, if you're not following
Yeah, I should
definitely
follow
make
for
sure
sure.
to give them a follow. I love this build too
Like,
a lot.
yeah, that looks so like his proportions are so unique.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah, and really nice just colors on here too.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Is there any more on the Gundam? This one's really cool. Of the power loader from Power Dolls 2, this kit.
Mm.
Really cool colors on that one.
Look at that saw on the left side. Oh, so cool. I love that.
That's just got to be like scratch built, I think.
Yeah.
There's not any version of this kit that comes with that weapon, I don't believe.
That's so smart how he like thought of that. Like
it's a pretty cool addition on there.
Yeah.
Probably from a different hashtag. Was probably the hashtag, or this was probably like show the heads of your model kit or something like that. Or this one would be my guess. There's some cool ones there. And I love the pose on this one.
Yeah.
Such a derpy kit, but so much character from the pose like that, right? There was another one too. Oh, I'd seen a custom build someone did on here recently. Here's another photo of that one, by the way.
Wow. Oh, that looks so nice. Wait, that's crazy. How does he
The big-
slim it down
big
so
crotch.
much?
I
Yeah.
think it's just a matter of like cutting down the sides of the torso. Like the center of the torso is maintained, but like the side parts are cut down and thinned.
Oh.
It's like this area right here is a lot narrower than it would be on the base
I
kit.
love that the details between like in the armpit area. That looks so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of really cool.
I'm gonna follow Muchan for sure, man. Muchan.
It's a cool 86 build. Yeah, there was a so you know the
I'm gonna find him right now.
Croat or the Kuster? I think it was the Croat. Don't know if this is gonna find it, but like this Maschinen Krieger design, this is a cool build though, by the way. Love this one of the RLA in there. They made like a kind of SD.
Yeah, that's so cute.
But someone made one, a custom build of this I'd seen recently of it like sort of like running. So like usually you just see it in like just kind of a pose like this. But it's like actually like the way that the legs are posed, it sort of looks like it's like prancing, sort of.
Like it's rushing to something.
It's really, really nice. I don't know if I'm gonna.
Was it like was it in like did they add anyone on top of it too? Like the RLA or
No. Let's see.
Wow, there's so many cool details too in these kits. Maschinen Krieger.
Yeah, I need to probably search for the something in Japanese. Probably might help. And also, I don't know if it was the Croat or the Kuster. Let's try this here real quick. We'll just see. I'll try for a minute. If I can't find it, I'll have to give up. Here's a cool one.
I love that. Oh man,
super bright colors on there.
That's so cool. Looks like I lost a paintball war fight practice match. That's so cool.
That chicken though. Oh, look at this. I've never seen this before. That's wild. That's super cool.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of like Solomon Express, it's like the Maschinen Krieger version of Solomon Express, right?
Totally. Oh, I love that.
That's crazy. Who is that? I'm certain I must not be. I am following them. All right. Not seen that build before though.
It's a cool one. I really like that.
Give that a quick
nice.
A repost before we move on. It must have been the Croats and not the Kuster. All right. Let me just try this one last thing here and we'll see if it pops up.
Yeah, no worries.
Because it's so good, I want to be able to show it to you. Finding a lot of other cool stuff in between time.
That looks so good. Wait, what is this? Like, is this like a kit bash of something or?
Yeah, it's definitely not like I don't think there's anything in here that's Maschinen Krieger. It's just all kit bash stuff. Like this is that part on the top, those like missile launchers. That's actually from the MG Ground Gym kit, the missile launcher set.
Cool.
And the other parts, and it's all just like different kit bash stuff. It almost sort of looks like
decal choice and placement is so beautiful too.
These panels here on the side.
Yeah,
it's so
that looks
nice.
So good.
If I was, I'll tell you though, if I was doing this, I would hate that these oranges don't match.
Yeah.
It looks fine. It looks good on like the finished project, but like in the midst of doing it, I would just be like hating that.
And also, I think the high Q like decal in the middle is a different orange color too, or maybe it's just more translucent.
This one here, harder to see. Yeah, it does look like it might be a little bit different. Yeah.
It's like
That's from a decal set that doesn't have a white layer underneath.
Yes, that's right.
And then the other one is one that does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to tell, like when you're picking out your decals.
Yeah.
It's like when you're just looking at the decal sheet, it's kind of hard to tell if it has that or not until you actually put it on the kit. And you're like,
Oh, so many times I
There's
just remove it after because as I stare
yeah,
on it, I gotta remove it before it sets, and it's
yeah.
so funny. But is that like is that he did like you know that it's like a lighter tan kind of like snake pattern
Yeah,
on
it's
it
like a
too?
mesh pattern on here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Uh-huh.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's a neat
Looks like
touch.
well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's
It's
oh
like a
no.
stocking.
Yeah, so like the light tan is the base color, and then so placed like
Ah,
masking tape over some sections, and then
that
over the
looks
rest of
so
it,
cool.
like put
Yeah,
like a net or something probably, and then spray the
yeah,
darker tan on top.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like this just looks so
Oh,
good. There's so many layers to it.
you know what part that is? Speaking
Yeah.
of the dendrobium, that's a dendrobium part actually, but from the
Oh,
1/550 scale,
flap.
the smaller kit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have that kit. Oh, what?
yeah,
That's
it's the front panel.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you
I
tell these
recognize this
things,
lower
man?
shape there. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm?
that's crazy. You
Well,
madman. That's cool.
I don't know what the legs. I don't know. It looks so familiar, but I can't place it where those legs are from.
Yeah.
It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Yeah. The whole thing is like reminds me a lot of like the walker from
Yeah.
Metal Gear,
Yeah.
like a Metal Gear
For
Solid
sure.
walker.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can't find this Prancy boy, but we're just kind of getting all the same stuff we saw before. I thought if I added the Machining Krieger hashtag in there, that might help kind of narrow it down. That's cool though. It's a nice build.
Yeah.
What? Seriously? It's
That
very creative. I'll say
is really creative.
pretty creative. Pretty good.
Oh, that's hilarious. See, this is the type of wow factor that I would say that gives like that extra oomph and edge, right? In a competition where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, you got to give points for the idea here, man.
hmm And I like that it's
Even the
like
photography there, like that first photo is so good.
yeah.
Like that's like so smartly done.
Mm.
Oh man.
And it's obscene without being like over the top. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
just don't think about it for too long, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know, the character figure is meant to be like a high school girl. I feel like, and you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
but it's a very funny concept.
yeah.
Look at this tiny one.
Oh
Dudes.
wow.
So I think I
Wow.
actually have not an original. I'm pretty sure it's a recast, but I think I actually have one of these.
It's like a resin?
It's a resin kit, but it's like one. What's the scale on it?
Wow.
It's like 1/72nd scale or something like that. Yeah, it's
Like
really
the
small.
impressive thing is that it's weathered so beautifully too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's actually really impressive.
For how small that is, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I may have to give up. If I find it later, I'll
Yeah,
send it
just
to you.
share it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's not done yet. Last I've seen, it's still like work in progress. He was still like
Oh
adjusting the
wow.
pose, but it's on like a little square like block base, but he has it running and like
That's
stepping in the
so cool.
water. So it's like stepping in the water with like a water
Oh,
splash too.
splashing? Oh,
It's
that is
really
such a
nice.
cool effect. Wow.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. This is a really nice looking one too. I love the color on that.
Oh yeah. That's beautiful.
When you gonna build one?
I'll
Get
have
one
to
of
buy
these. You get a camel kit. This one.
a camel.
Yeah, this one's.
I really like that. The one you know with the teal and the pink.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh. That we
I
saw
really like
before.
that. Yeah,
Mm,
but these like two-leg walker ones are pretty cool too.
mm. That would be something like a I don't know, Carl's or something would be one of the, like the larger, like one of the suits,
Yeah,
but like a
yeah,
little bit like larger body
yeah, yeah.
suits. There's a few different ones.
I have the vinyl figure of like this,
Oh yeah, yep.
the monsters. It's kind of cool.
Because the one that I have is from you, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's the snowman one. I really like the snowman one. I thought that's like
yeah.
cool.
Well, I don't know. We're getting into all sorts of not machine creator stuff at all. So anyway, just to look at the rest of his builds here. Yeah, we got kind of distracted on the Mark V. He has a really cool Bondoc build.
Wow.
I love the details of adding this ribbed. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
Design out to the inside of the claw. I mean, it's just strips of plot plate, like in there, but it's such a cool effect.
Yeah.
And then like really this too here for like adding this, it's a little Kotobukiya detail part. But I never would have thought like to scribe, like to chisel out like a little space for that to go into.
Yeah,
really,
that's true. That looks
good idea. I'm storing that up.
Yeah,
in mill mine for later.
Yeah,
such a cool kit. This, if you don't,
I haven't built it before.
Yeah, it's one I would definitely recommend. It's such a fun and unique kit to work on.
That's cool. Yeah.
And this is a custom build that he did too, which I was sad we didn't see other pictures of this. The head has like a sort of like it looks like a sperm whale sort of head on it. With like a weird like shaped body.
Is it like in a flying pose or something, or does it stand?
It's like a flying floating sort of pose.
Interesting.
I see. It's a shame that we didn't see it come up.
So I tried to look up his Twitter before, but it's Muchan-TR909.
It's Muchan-TR909.
Okay.
There's no dash in the actual like handle.
Okay.
Here's the Bondoc anyway. You can see the image of that.
Oh, that's cool.
Almost sort of like cartoony. Almost made it look kind of more cartoon out, and maybe just because he like actually made the bunny ears like actually thicker than what they are on the model kit.
Yeah.
A pretty wild one too. I think this one, it's based on the Palace Athene.
Yeah, Palace Athene.
Instead of having the backpack like spread out like that, it just had it like closed up,
back, like really a mohawk.
And the shield he has on it as like a kind of like hat kind of thing. See if we can find a picture from a different angle of that. But this was the other one that was in his top 4, his training gym.
Oh, that's hilarious! Is that like a VR training simulation?
Kind of meant to be that kind of thing, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I know you'll have to just kind of dig through here.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna search this stuff for sure.
All this stuff.
Oh, so much.
Just trying to see if there's another photo of that whale head looking, because the way that he has it mounted up is like super unique. I actually kind of don't necessarily really like the way that it's mounted.
It's up there.
What?
On the left.
Yeah.
Oh,
with it,
that's neat.
With like the legs spread like that, it's kind of weird looking, but it's very like super unique build.
I love the mechanical stuff in between all those like big armor pieces.
Yeah,
that looks so cool.
It's like the pose with the legs spread like that just always seemed kind of weird to me, but
yeah, it looks like it's like skydiving or something.
Something, yeah. A little spaghetti. All right, guys. But I think we need to wrap it up for today. There's some cool stuff in there. Love that Kublai build.
That's so nice.
So many cool stuff.
Yeah.
So many cool builds to see.
Yeah.
On Twitter. So when people say that Twitter's dead or that it's like a cesspool, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like,
I don't know, man. There's so much. Yeah. Even on this one guy's account, there's so much cool stuff.
Like,
what?
Crazy cool. Pink and off-white camo like that.
Thought? That's so cool.
I'm gonna like spend the rest of the afternoon though, like looking for that looking for that.
Wow. See, even those, like the proportions there are so different.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's just bringing the chest on the side for the most part. I mean, and then like also
Yeah.
extending it upwards, I think, too. It's kind of a mixture of
Yeah.
both making it thinner and taller.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And then the shoulder armor seems to be like narrowed down too. Like not as. What a neat style. That's cool. Whoa.
Indeed.
Muchan.
Muchan.
Good job, Muchan.
Shout out. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us this Friday afternoon.
Always
Got
fun.
any fun plans for the rest of the day, Ryan?
Pickleball. And grocery shopping. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
How about yourself?
Fingers crossed that's not on the agenda. I think it might be, but hopefully it's something that my wife will do without me. Grocery shopping.
Pickleball. I was like, getting your nails done, a manicure, pedicure.
No. There's definitely no pickleball on the agenda. There might be grocery shopping, but yeah, I'm hoping that my wife will do that.
Just stay at work a little later, and then just be like.
Well, no, that's why she like a lot of times these days. A lot of times she is going like because she finishes work before me, so she usually finishes like 3:30. She works at a school.
Yeah.
So she'll oftentimes these days she just goes after work before.
What a good life.
Everybody's home.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I mentioned this morning in the live stream with Adam, that our 10th wedding anniversary is coming up. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, please let me know.
Yeah, come to Canada. Come to Canada.
Well.
And stay at my place. Yay!
No can do. Not this year. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But so we're going to Korea in July.
Nice.
And our wedding anniversary is on June 6th. But just like a week before that, literally like exactly like a week before that is when she's having her hysterectomy. So we actually probably won't be able to do a whole lot that time. So we may like postpone, maybe just like plan to have like some kind of date like while we're in Korea. Actually might be a good idea to like go off because we can leave the kids with her parents.
Nice.
And we can go off and like have like a day to do something.
Jeju Island. Yeah. Go to Jeju Island.
We thought about it. We actually thought about going over to Japan for like a couple days while we're there because we're going to be there in Korea for 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So we thought about it, but then we're like, well, you know, it's 3 weeks. Like it's long, but it's like it'll go by pretty quickly. And so we don't want to mess with like trying to do like fit another trip within a trip kind of thing.
Right.
Spend it there.
Yeah.
Spend time with your family and do stuff there. There's plenty of stuff to do. So
yeah.
Anyway.
That'll be fun.
All right.
Hey.
Well, guys, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ryan. Follow Ryan on
fun show.
Where should people follow you, Ryan?
On X, it's Gunpla Enthusia.
With an underscore or no? I always get
underscore.
Confused.
Yeah, underscore.
There is an underscore.
It's basically my Instagram handle, except I just ran out of space, so that's why I just stopped it at Enthusia rather than Enthusiast.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because I was like, I want the same name, but anyways, yeah. Instagram Gunpla Enthusiast underscore Gunpla Enthusiast Gunpla underscore Enthusiast.
Perfect. Well, all right, everyone. Till next time. Take it easy. We'll try to do another episode maybe in about 2 weeks or so, assuming that our schedules line up and everything. But till then, take it easy.
Thanks, guys.